Hi, welcome back to Love Your Lymphatics Day. You're with Joanne, the founder of Lymphatics Canada in Oakville, Ontario. And today we're going to do a full body muscle pumping lymphatic drainage program that I've created. And this is following your Big Six method that you would have done in the last video, the Perry-Nicholson method. And that is to clear and prime the six main lymphatic bundles in the body. And just to review, that's the terminus, the cervical and periauricular nodes, the axillary nodes, abdominal, inguinal, and popliteal. So now that we've primed those six areas, we can jump right into our movements and our exercises. And because we've primed those areas, we're going to get that much better drainage because everything is open and ready to go. So, kind of like emptying your cup before you fill it up again. We've emptied and primed everything, and now we can move the fluid towards those main bundles. We're going to move through a series of exercises. It's going to be approximately 10 minutes in length. Each movement or exercise you're going to repeat 10 to 20 times. The other option is you can do each movement for 30 seconds. That's a nice number to do as well. And if you have any pain whatsoever with any of the movements, I want you to stop, okay? You can try to modify if you're familiar with exercise and you're not too sedentary, you have some familiarity with what your body can take, then you can try to modify. Otherwise, I would stop if there's any pain, and you can always reach out to me to connect. We are going to follow the order of the six main bundles. So terminus, periauricular cervical, axillary, abdominal, inguinal, and popliteal. Our first one will be starting with the terminus, and we're going to do shoulder movements for that because that will then move the collarbone, which then primes that whole area. Starting with your shoulder rolls backwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now forwards. As exaggerated as you can make the movements, you should do that, okay? Shoulder hikes or shrugs, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And now we'll move on to the cervical nodes and the periauricular nodes, which are two of the biggest lymph nodes in the body. We're going to start with legs hip width apart for balance, and we're going to rotate the neck left to right. How are we doing, everybody? If you hear any crunching in your neck, that's okay. You can work through that as long as there's no pain. Okay, and eyes forward, chin to chest, and eyes up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, we'll move to 180-degree rotations. Again, drop your chin to your chest, and then rotate from left to right, just so the shoulder gets to the ear. Very good. I'm feeling a little bit stiff here this morning through the neck. And you make those movements as big as you can. Good. Next, we'll move on to the axillary nodes. And for this, we're going to do a lot of arm swings to move circulation, warm up the tissues, and stretch things out, as well as pump the lymphatic nodes. So start with arms swinging front to back. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can go side to side. Kind of like flossing without the hips. Yeah, good. And let's bring that into some big arm circles, front to back. 2, control your breathing. Okay, and back to front. Starting to feel looser and more primed already. And butterfly stretch, you're going to clasp the hands behind the head like that. Elbows wide open and close like a butterfly. 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Good. Bring the arms down beside you, and we're going to bend at the elbows. Yep, just like a bicep curl. Good. There is another lymphatic bundle just on the inside of the elbow, right in here. So this is very good to get that activated. And open hands, fist, open hands, fist. So now your hand pumping. Good. Okay, and open hands. You're going to make a fist and then bend at the elbows, roll the shoulders up and back down. Open, fists, bend at the elbows, up, down. This provides movement through the whole entire arm, a pumping through the whole arm. Okay. Okay, and circles at the wrists. Good. Helps. You can bring these up in front of you and the other way. Good. Again, 10 to 20 times or 30 seconds. Okay, and moving to the abdominals, we'll start with abdominal breathing. This acts like a suction, so it pulls everything from the lower body up. So put your hands on your rib cage. You want the pinkies right at the lower rib. And on your inhale, you want to see the hands expand. And on the exhale, you want to see the hands come back in. Now, without pushing, you just want the hands to expand and relax. Okay. Excellent. 10 to 20 times for that. And then torso rotations, arms stretched out, and twist. I like this one. I feel like it really activates those deep abdominal lymphatics where the organs drain to. So all the waste and toxins built up in the organs drain to those deep abdominal lymphatics. Okay, good. And moving right into side bends. Again, remember this is a fluid movement. Not a stretch and hold, but rather a fluid movement so that the muscles stay activated, which in turn pumps the fluid. Okay, and then you can do a cat-cow. So cat-cow, for those of you who don't know, is arching your back up like a cat stretches and then arching forward like a cow has the dip in their back. Essentially, that's what we're doing, but we're going to do it standing up. If you're comfortable, you can get down onto the floor and do this as well in a standard yoga positioning. But we can, for ease and to accommodate all levels, we're just going to do it standing up. So we're going to put our hands on our thighs. We're going to spread the feet just slightly apart, shoulder width at maximum. And on your roll down, you're going to stretch up like a cat and then arch the back like a cow. And roll down, stretch up like a cat, and arch the back. Good. Fold forwards. On the way up, stretch that back, and arch. 10 to 20 times. Good job, everybody. And arch. Good. And moving to inguinals, we're going to start with leg swings. Okay. Arms out for balance and swing forwards and backwards. Good job. 10 to 20 times. And then the other side. 10 to 20 times. Good. You can hold on to something if you need to keep your balance here as well. And then keeping with that, and here I'm going to actually hold on to something. So in keeping with that, we can then do a cross body swing. So what's happening here is you're going across in front and then out to the side. Yep. Good. And holding on to something for balance. Okay. And then the other side, across. To 15 times. Excellent. Okay, and hip thrusting. So one leg in front, one leg stretched out behind, like that. And you're going to rock. And thrust the hip forward. Really rock back, bending at the inguinals. Okay. Good. And switch sides. Really thrusting that hip. Good stuff. Another one that you can do, again, I would hold on to something for balance, is hip openers, lifting the leg up, over, and down, up, out, and around. Okay. And again, you would do the other side as well, 10 to 20 times. Okay. Just move that out of the way. And moving on to the popliteal nodes behind the knee, we're going to just bend at the knee. As high up as you can get your legs to go. Try to kick the bum. Good. Okay, and knees up and flex. Ankle taps. Flexing at the ankle. And ankle rotations. Whoops. Losing my balance a bit. And the other way. Again, 10 to 20 times or 30 seconds for each activity in each direction. And don't forget, of course, to do the other side. Way to go, everybody. That is good drainage. Full body muscle pumping for lymphatic drainage. Geez, I feel good. Okay. There we go. That's it. Happy draining today, everybody. See you later.